Dare to be different. Dare to be wonderful.
Ed Miliband desperately wants to be Prime Minister, whether the people like it or not. So here are my 5 top tips as to how to pull it off. Take a staged trip to the pub. Okay, so you and Ed Balls have been to Greg's together, which I guess kind of shows you're ordinary. But on the other hand, Ed Balls said that you hadn't been to the pub with him in 2 decades of friendship. I'm sorry, but people vote for people they feel they could have a pint with. And right now you're coming across as a guy who just likes sparkling mineral water. Repeating your message doesn't make it any stronger. Ed Miliband is very good at finding one subject and really ramming it home, like
one nation, one nation, one nation, one nation, one nation.
But just because you repeat certain words over and over again doesn't make it any clearer what you mean. And also, do be careful. If you say something too often, you can start to sound mad.
These strikes are wrong. These strikes are wrong. What I say is that the strikes are wrong.
Don't mention the past. The past is a foreign country and they don't like Ed Miliband there. Remember how you used to actually run the country? You may have forgotten that, and you weren't very good at it, but the voters, they do remember. Also, the Blairites, they still don't really like you. All Tony Blair would say about Ed Miliband was, "I'm not going to get in his way." Wow, that's not an endorsement. Don't be afraid to show emotion. It's impressive that someone can get pelted with so many eggs and not react. But think about how many votes John Prescott got for Labour when he lamped that guy. Do it, Ed, do it! When in doubt, call for a public inquiry into something. As my colleague Dan Hodges is always pointing out, Ed Miliband just loves calling inquiries into something. The banks, GCSE papers, the West Coast Main Line, Jimmy Savile, cash for access, the riots, and breast implants. Careful, Ed, it could backfire. How long before Labour calls an inquiry into you?
What about the Tories?
The Telegraph is the biggest British newspaper on YouTube, so click the button to subscribe to more videos like this one.